Hi, and welcome to Clean Out the Fridge Night. This is one of our favorite nights of the week, but especially this week, and that's because I've been earlier in the week in the Holiday Fuel for a Healthier You class, we made a lot of holiday dishes. So it's like part of Thanksgiving is already here in our house. So we have a lot of really fun things to clean out. So I'm gonna start here over here on the stove. I'm gonna show you what I'm heating up. So I made two different sweet potato dishes. This is a sweet potato puree. You bake the sweet potatoes, puree them in the food processor, and then you stir in pineapple and then and some cinnamon and allspice, and then you top it with shredded coconut and more pecans. And so I've got that heating up right here. And then in this one, this is another sweet potato one, and it's kind of like, you know, the old sweet potato casserole that had a ton of sugar on the top in a crumb topping. This is a healthier version of that, where we have upgraded the ingredients, so to speak, of this one. And you can see that the color difference between these are just different varieties of sweet potatoes. So this sweet potato is actually a Japanese sweet potato. The skin is purple, and then inside it's a lighter color. And then the crumb topping has, it's made of coconut flour and again, some pecans. So I'm just heating those up slightly, and we're going to top them on our salad bowls. So I'll bring you over here and show you a couple other things. So I've been experimenting with sourdough, and so I made my own sourdough crust, and you can see half the pie is gone because we've been eating it all week. And even though the pie crust isn't beautiful, it was the first one that I did. So I'm actually going to work on making it more pretty, but I was just concerned about whether it was going to come out of the pan, how it tasted, and it's actually some of the best crust that we've ever had. And the pumpkin filling is made with comes from this little guy. It's called a sugar pie pumpkin or a baking pumpkin. These are they're not as fibrous as the big pumpkins that we use for Halloween, and the difference in the filling between the canned pumpkin that I've used for years and this is amazing. And again, there's a little hands-on time to make your own pumpkin puree. And so then I just whipped up some coconut cream from a can of coconut milk, and we actually had dessert first. So we've already had dessert. It was awesome. And so now I'm going to show you a couple of holiday cheese balls. You know, they're always really fun, especially for parties. This one is made out of cashews, and it tastes amazing. It's got you can see the fresh thyme sprigs on top. And so I've got some raw veggies here in our bowl, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this cheese ball right here on the side to have a little bit of dip. And then this one is what I call a cheese dip. It's not as firm as a cheese ball, but it's got homemade yogurt cheese, which is super easy to make. Takes so little hands-on time, and it's got avocado in it and just cranberries, a bunch of seasoning. So just going to put a little bit of this also with our raw veggies. And then of course, my number one tip for holiday eating is to fill half of your plate. In this case, I've just got our bowls, but at least half of your bowl with raw greens and other raw veggies. So I've got chopped carrots, cucumbers, celery. I've got a whole bunch of sprouts. I've got mung bean sprouts, which I just finished this week, and some alfalfa sprouts. I've got our sauerkraut, some avocado, some chopped parsley. And as you can see, it's just, again, I cleaned out all the stuff that I had. I had a couple radishes. I threw them in there, and some spinach. But filling your plate with these, what I call non-starchy, or what are called non-starchy vegetables, this is really the key to eating less of the really high, you know, your starchy, like the sweet potatoes are starchy vegetable, but we're not going to, you know, again, this bowl is not, you know, 1 or even 2 servings. I've just got probably probably a third of a cup for each of us. And I will just pile that right on top. I've got some homemade cranberry sauce that I just drizzled, and a raspberry vinaigrette, which is just wonderful around the holidays. And it just, you just whip that up in your blender. And so I've drizzled some of that on the greens, and we are ready to go. This is our clean out the fridge night, and it's just going to be an amazing feast. But as you can see, again, lots of variety, lots of veggies, and lots of taste. And that is what makes it really easy for your body to not only digest this, but to really utilize like all the phytonutrients and the micronutrients that are in all this food, the things that our body needs a little bit of each day. And if we're eating too much processed food, then we're missing out on all of those, because those are void in processed food. They try to put some of them back in with chemical, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, the vitamins made in the lab that they, synthetic, that's the word I'm looking for. Synthetic vitamins back into the food, and the body just cannot recognize them as they can the ones that already exist from the whole food. So as you're planning your Thanksgiving dinner, just keep a watch. If you are not on my email list, go to showmehealthyliving.com and get on my email list, because I'm going to be walking you through the steps on how you can take some of the pressure off with getting all the meal done on the big day. I'm going to show you how to break that up, and so that you can have more joy during this holiday season. So I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.